So the Sheikh today will cover 3 surahs, Surah Al-Isra. So he will complete it, inshallah ta'ala, the next rak'ah. And then Surah Al-Kahf. And a little bit of Surah Maryam. So these be the surahs that will be covered today, inshallah ta'ala. Surah Al-Isra, we spoke about it yesterday a little bit. لو سمحتم, please. أخوات, there's some noise, please. We spoke about Surah Al-Isra yesterday. Surah Al-Isra, the surah by the Prophet Muhammad, was ascended into the heavens. Today, maybe a couple ayat from Surah Al-Isra. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. And this was the topic of the khutbah today, khutbah al-Jum'ah, with regard to the Qur'an. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we reveal from the Qur'an that which is shifa, that which is cure. A cure to what? The cure to shifa, to the spiritual diseases, as well as also physical diseases. You know, sometimes, subhanallah, yeah, you may have a headache, and then just by putting your hand in the places that hurt, and then reciting certain ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can remove that headache by virtue of barakatul Qur'an. So وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاء. So this Qur'an is shifa, both spiritual diseases and also physical diseases. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks, as he says, the Prophet Muhammad, they came and they asked him about الروح. وَاسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الروح قُلِ الروح مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي وَمَا أُوتِيتُ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They asked Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam about the soul. You know, the soul. Many people came and asked him the same question. يَسْأَلُكَ عَنِ الروح يَسْأَلُكَ النَّاسُ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ. There are certain things that Prophet Muhammad has no knowledge of. One of them is الروح. The other thing is الساعة. For instance, the hour, when the hour will be. Here the question was about الروح. And then he told them, الروح من أمر ربي وما أوتيت من العلم إلا قليلا. This ruh is a matter of your Lord. And this is a such of knowledge which the Prophet Muhammad didn't have, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Move on to Surah, although there's another amazing ayah at the end of Surah Al-Isra, where everybody will be making sujood, when Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about the Qur'an and the power of the Qur'an, and the believers, subhanAllah, vis-a-vis to the Qur'an, how the Qur'an affect the believers when they listen to it so much so that their eyes will overflow with tears, and they will خَرُّوا سُجَّدًا يَخِرُّونَ لِلْأَذْقَانِ sujjada. They will make sujood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when they hear the power and the might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the end of Surah Al-Isra. Surah Al-Kahf, your favorite surah. The Surah Al-Kahf is also a Makki surah, and Surah Al-Kahf may take seminars, of course, but I will summarize it in this theme: 4 different stories or 4 different fitan. The Surah Al-Kahf talks about 4 different trials. The first trial is the trial of ad-din, fitna to din, the fitna, the trial of the deen. And this is the story of the people of Al-Kahf themselves, the people of the cave, or what they call the 8 sleepers. This story of the people of the cave has been translated in so many languages, even to Chinese. SubhanAllah. They heard it, they know about this, the story of the 8 sleepers, the people of Ahl al-Kahf. And then the second temptation, or the second fitna, fitnat al-mal, the fitnat of the wealth. And this comes in form of the story of the people of the garden. And the third fitna is the fitna of the knowledge. And here comes the story of Musa and al-Khidr. This is the fitnat of al-ilm. And the last fitna is fitnat of the power, the fitnat of al-sultan. And this comes in form of the story of Dhul Qarnayn, the power. Nah. So these are the story of Surah Al-Kahf, talks about these 4 main stories. And here I'm just going to pick maybe 1 or 2 ayat that we can all relate to, inshaAllah ta'ala, and we can maybe engage with. The first is إِذْ قَامُوا فَقَالُوا رَبُّنَا رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And this you and I can relate to. In what way? When you may be sitting sometime at a place where Allah is being disobeyed. Maybe in some party where, some wedding where there's ikhtilat. and some music happening. A lot of weddings happen, Muslim weddings, I'm talking about Muslim. Or maybe in a meeting whereby, like at work, where they may be serving haram things, right? And you're sitting. And you say, I'm not drinking, or I'm not being part of that, that which they're doing. But here's the thing where these people of Ahl al-Kahf, what happened to them? إِذْ قَامُوا فَقَالُوا. The people, the village or the city that they were in, they were celebrating some of festivals of the gods, of the idols. So they did not sit with them and they said, لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Like Allah said, لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. No, إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض. So they stood and they left. They did not partake in the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what you and I should learn. If there's some place that you could be sitting in and you say, I don't want to break his heart or their heart. My father said so, or my mother said so, or this is a wedding or whatnot. إِذْ قَامُوا فَقَالُوا رَبُّنَا رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Don't partake of that fitna. If some punishment from Allah comes, it will take everybody. الصالحين والطالحين. Everybody will go. The salih and the non-salih. So إِذْ قَامُوا فَقَالُوا رَبُّنَا رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And then the amazing story of Musa, who claimed that he knows. When someone asked him who's the most knowledgeable man on earth, Musa said, I. And then Allah Azza wa Jalla wanted to teach him, send him this it's an amazing story filled with ambiguity, right? Go and find between these two oceans, the sweet water and the salty water, barzakh bayn al-barzakh, you will find this man, I don't know his name, Al-Khidr. Who says Al-Khidr? A man filled with a lot of obscurity in this, you may say, movie, in this story. And then you will find him and you will know that this man has some knowledge to teach you. So Musa goes and then he follows this man into this journey whereby he goes and then he starts damaging this boat, and then he goes and he kills a boy, innocent boy that he's playing around, and then he just picks one of them and then he kills him, and then he goes and then there's this wall that and Musa has the agreement with him, I'm going to follow you to learn ilm, and you need to ask no questions. But Musa couldn't. When he saw, why did you damage the boat? So at the end, brothers and sisters, the lesson is, you may go through some hardship and you may think, why this is happening to me? Maybe this has happened to you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just saved you from something even worse that was meant to happen to you. Maybe an accident, may Allah forbid. Maybe a loss of a job. You lost a job and you may say, why? I don't deserve this. La, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved you from something that was worse, that was meant to happen to you. And this is the story of him damaging the boat. Why did I damage the boat? Yes, I caused some evil here, but I saved you, and I saved those people from a bigger evil that was meant to happen to them. This is what we should learn here, because Allah is Al-Alim and Allah is Al-Hakim. And to those who are fathers right here, this is something that affects me personally. Why? Because of this. When he went and he helped build the wall, and then he says, this wall, it belongs to some orphans. You guys know the story? But have you derived the lesson from it? Sisters, you have children, so you should listen to this. Why did I build or rebuild this wall? To save the treasure that belongs to the orphans. But why? Why did I do that? They were good boys. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا. This is the key. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا. Because their father was a righteous man. That's why we went, Allah sent me to save the boys from this treasure, that if this wall was to be destroyed, the people, oppressors will come and take the treasures. So Allah has sent me to save these boys so that when they grew up, they could go back and get their own treasures. But why did I do this? Because their father was a good man. Save your children. But you being good, you will save your children, insha'Allah ta'ala. And at the end, brothers and sisters, Surah Maryam quickly. Surah Maryam, what can I tell you about Surah Maryam? It's ajib surah. It starts with Zakaria alayhi salam. Zakaria seeking a child. And he was an old man. And his wife was old and barren. And he says, Rabbi, inni khiftu al-mawalimi wal-ra'i wa kanat imra'ati aqra fahab li min ladunka waliya. And then when Allah Azza wa Jal fulfilled his wish, how can I have a son? I am an old man. This is from the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And came the story of Mary, very similar. You know, when the Ruh, Jibril came to her in the form of a man, and then she was scared. She was by herself. إِنِّي أَعُوذُ بِالرَّحْمَنِ مِنْكَ إِن كُنْتَ تَقِيًّا. I seek refuge in the Rahman from you. Don't harm me. قَالَ إِنَّمَا أَنَا رَسُولُ رَبِّكِ لِأَهَبَ لَكِ غُلَامًا زَكِيًّا. I am a messenger from your Lord. لِأَهَبَ لَكِ, to bless you with a righteous son. Subhan al-Kareem. How can I have a righteous son? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and here's the key. Allah blesses and He sustains with the means, without the means, and against the means. He gives with the means, husband and wife together, with the means. Without the means, Adam alayhi salam, without the means, and against the means, the story of Maryam alayhi salam. How can she have a baby? This is the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then ajib. And then when, the sisters, this is for you inshaAllah ta'ala. Because when she got pregnant and this, how can I meet the people thinking that I am يعني بغية, يعني عيب. How can I meet these people and my father was a righteous man, my mother was a righteous man, and what would they think about me? And then فناداها من تحتها ألا تحزني. لا تحزني, don't be sad, don't be afraid. وهزي إليك بجذع النخل تساقط عليك رطبا جنيا. And shake, she's going to labor, she's going to pain, she's probably screaming pain. And then Jibril came and told her, shake the palm tree, ya Maryam, shake the palm tree. Why should I shake the palm tree? Because there are days that would fall that will help you to your labor. But I'm a woman, I'm weak, I'm going to labor, and you tell me to shake a palm tree that may take maybe 100 tons, that would take thousands of people to shake. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted her to make just a move. Just do the move. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will send the dates. But Allah wants you to make an effort. Make an effort, ya Maryam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you with these dates. So this is the story, and this is the lesson that we learn. And at the very, very end of it is yesterday we talked about the parents and the children. Now is the children with the parents. Now is the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam with his dad. Comes this well-obedient, well-mannered son, believing son, taking to his father, talking to him, Ya abati, Ya abati, Ya abati la ta'budi shaitan. Inna shaitan kan insan. Ya abati, telling him, oh my beloved father, oh my dear father, Allah has given me some knowledge which you don't have. Oh my father, don't follow the shaitan. Oh my father, oh my father. So comes the father who tells the son, Araghibun anta an alihati ya Ibrahim. Now the father becomes hostile. Now the father becomes physical. If you don't follow me, I shall beat you and kick you out. Some parents are like that, unfortunately. So here comes the story of a righteous, good son who's well-mannered, taken to his father, but then the father who turns out to be non-believer. See, this is the story of the end of Surah Maryam. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. I mean, this is in 12 minutes. Subhanal Kareem. Brothers and sisters, 2 questions I'm only allowed today. One for the sisters and one for here because we're going in late. Alas. I have one question. Yesterday, and if you know the question, I will give you only one answer. One answer from the brothers or the sisters. I'll give the brothers first. You know the answer, I'll give you the gift. If you don't know the answer, I'll move right to the sisters. This is something that was mentioned yesterday and today. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the Quran and He says, Fihi shifa. Okay? And then yesterday we talked about honey. And we said that honey has also shifa in it. Alright, here's the question. Shall I start with the sisters or the brothers? The brothers are, this is a top, sisters? Yallah, sisters. Here's the question. This is a tough one, and if you know this answer, here's what I'm going to give you. Yeah. This is an amazing question. What is that? You will see. Here's the question. Does honey cure all the diseases? You see, yes or no doesn't do it. I need yes. Here's the dalil. Here's no. Here is the evidence from the Quran. And I mentioned that yesterday. So the question is, does honey cure all the diseases? Give me yes from the Quran, no from the Quran. Why? Yeah, you go first. No.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's pure and honeybees make them.
Wrong.
Because of
Wrong. Brothers. Now you're going to say yes or no. I'm still going to tell you no or wrong. So don't, because she said yes, I said wrong. Maybe she did not give me the right answer. So what is the answer? Somebody I did not hear before. Somebody don't just give me the right answer. Anta. MashaAllah alik. That's what I was looking for. يعني هو yes or no? No? Yes, no. Honey cannot cure all the diseases. No. Why no? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فيه شفاء. He did not say فيه الشفاء. Alif Lam, الشفاء. The difference between shifa and الشفاء. Shifa is, in it there is cure. In it there is cure to some diseases. But if Allah was to say in it there is the cure, it means all the diseases shall be cured by honey. So that is the right answer. It is no. This is a spray that came all the way from, I think, Mecca or Medina. This is something amazing. It's called abaya. Your mom, you'll love it. Hat. Okay. Last question. One. Outside. And then
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. There's a vehicle parked, Toyota Corolla. Can you move it, please? They've been keep asking me if someone can give us the key, we will move the car.
Yallah, last question.
Please.
خلصنا.
White CEW 548 Toyota Corolla. Please, whoever it is, give us the key. Or the volunteer will move, no embarrassment.
All right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the surah, He mentioned this during in the first or second rak'ah, I believe. He talked about Al-Quran. And then Allah Azza wa Jal mentions about reciting the Quran at Fajr time. Why did Allah Azza wa Jal encourage the believers to recite the Quran at Fajr time? Why? أيوة. إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا, because Quran at Fajr is witnessed. Witnessed by who? By Allah only? Allah and the angels, they are witnessing the Quran of Al-Fajr, so they recite the Quran and do Qiyam al-Layl, because this is where the Quran is being witnessed by Allah Azza wa Jal and the angels. Here is your sandwich. Yes, your meals, and all the boys who have their parents here. This is for the boys only, huh?